Welcome back, BioMonsters. Today we're starting a brand new activity.
So this activity is going to help get you ready for your SOL retake or the final exam, and it's going to focus on two main things. The first big thing is vocabulary, because as we know, learning biology is like learning another language. And the second main thing is test-taking strategies.
Yeah, and if you really focus in the next 2 weeks, those two skills, vocab and test-taking strategies, will be guaranteed to improve your overall score on the SOL. So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, so the first main thing we're going to focus on today is vocabulary. And when you came in the room, you should have been given a list of vocabulary terms for today. So our goal is going to be to make flashcards for every single one of those terms.
All right, so here's my first flashcard.
Okay.
And tell me what I'm going to do with this flashcard, Ms. Hines.
Okay, so this is, let's say that this is the front side of my flashcard. So what I'm going to write on the front side is simply the term from the list that I picked up when I came in. So one of the first terms on your list for today is?
Independent variable, which we've talked about many, many times.
Right, so I'm going to put that term on the front of my flashcard.
And you probably want to also put in the abbreviation. We know that we abbreviate it as the IV.
Right.
Okay? And once we fill out the front of our flashcard, what should we be doing next?
Okay, the next thing we need to do is we need to find a good definition for this word. So there's lots of places you can look. You can look in your biology Bible, you can look in your notes, but one main place that you want to check out is if you go to the BioMonsters website. At the top, you'll see a link that says
Glossary. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and I know that I've gotten to the right site because I'm going to see BioMonsters Interactive Biology Glossary at the very top. Now on our screen, you'll notice that we have a series, or all the letters of the alphabet across the top, but if your screen resolution on your device is a little bit different, instead of seeing all the letters out here, you might just see a drop-down box here on the right-hand side.
Okay.
So what should we do to get to independent variable?
So in either case, you're going to think about what's the first letter of your vocabulary word. In this case, it's the letter I, so I'm going to click on the letter I.
Okay.
And I will see a list of keywords from this year that start with I, so I'm going to locate, they're in alphabetical order, so I'm going to locate independent variable, which is the third one down on the list.
Okay.
And right next to the term in red, I see the definition. So it says,
what I, the scientist, change in the experiment, it's also known as the cause.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that onto my flashcard.
Okay.
So on the back of my flashcard, I'm writing my definition, which is what I,
the scientist,
change in an experiment.
And there was that last little bit. It's also known as the
cause.
Okay. So Ms. Hines, so aside from just writing down the definition, what else can we do on the back of our card?
So other things you can do on the back of the card is you could draw a picture, you can make some word art, you could put more hints that help you remember. Like for example, I remember that the independent variable is usually located in the first sentence of the paragraph, so I might want to write that little hint to myself on the card. So any information or visual that's going to help you remember this word should go on that card.
Yeah, remember these vocab definitions and these flashcards are for you to help you study, and your brain might not work the same way that Ms. Hines' brain works or my brain works. So we want you to create a tool that makes sense for you.
Okay, so when you finish creating your set of flashcards, here's what you need to do. You need to go through those flashcards several times until you feel like I could give you either the definition or the word and you could tell me what's on the other side. And this might take a little while.
Yeah, so we want to give you some protected time where you can simply learn the terms, because like Ms. Hines said at the very beginning of the video, studying biology is really like studying a brand new language. So we want you to do the same thing that you would do in a Spanish class or a Chinese class or a German class. You need to find time to simply learn what each word actually means.
When you finish studying your flashcards, raise your hand and your teacher is going to come over and give you some instructions on what to do next. If your teacher can't come over right then, you'll see also in the papers you picked up today a list of suggested activities you can do to help you continue practicing in the meantime.
Yeah, and if you don't want to do any of those things, you could also go back to the glossary, and on the glossary page, you can actually do some of these other activities as well. Lots of opportunities to practice even if we can't get to you right away.
Okay, good luck.